Welcome to Coda. Spawning in the bottom right-hand position is the red Zerg player, currently down 0-1 in this qualifying match. Has to win 2 in a row for him to progress to the Intel Extreme Masters Gamescom final. Will he be able to do it? It's Ace's Nerchio. His co-star in this epic and tense ZVZ is the pink Zerg playing for Team Extreme Supremacy in the top left corner. He's been playing fantastically, ladies and gentlemen. It's Elazer. Those fungal growths really making the difference at the tail end of that game. Now, will one of these players blink and go cheesy? It doesn't look like it. We're going to be playing another long macro ZVZ. And you know what? That's okay by me. Looking forward to seeing what these guys have up their sleeves here on Coda. Of course, a map that these players have played on for a long time. Also around in the previous ladder season. Not particularly new to the players. And the spawning pool first, once again, coming down from Nerchio versus the hatchery first from Elazer. Again, not too much to read into at this stage of the game. Oh, so much on the line in this game. Elazer just has to stay calm. Nerchio also just needs to collect his thoughts, get ready, play his best, and not be affected by that loss. He's more than good enough to take this series. Of course, Elazer is as well. And both very, very respected opponents. No doubt they chat to each other quite a lot outside of the competitive scene as well. As two of Poland's strongest players. And we will see what the tech choices end up being this time around. If we're going to see a protracted knife fight in that Zergling-Baneling phase of the game as well, like we did on the first game. Oh, let me see if I can go ahead and update you guys with what's happening elsewhere in the bracket as well. So let's go ahead and do that. Happy versus Mana ongoing. Winner bracket semi-final, of course. Happy has actually won that, and he has qualified, ladies and gentlemen, for the Intel Extreme Masters Gamescom. Congratulations to him. Mana will drop down to the lower bracket round of 4. In the meantime, in the lower bracket, Showtime has defeated Gung Fu Banda to set up a match against Ret. Cool T defeated Youth Thermal to set up a match against Namshar. Lilbo and Welmu are still competing. The winner of that will go up against 4GG. And finally, Revolver successfully beat Beastie Cutie, as you guys saw, that epic series on stream here. And he then went on to beat Guru as well, so he is waiting for the winner of 4GG versus Lilbo or Welmu. So that brings you up to speed with the brackets. We have a little bit of action in these games so far. That Queen is trying her best to kill off both of these Zerglings. Will successfully kill off one, though. Nice little stretch dunk shot there from Elazer's Queen. And once again, as soon as the Zerglings are out of the base, instant Baneling Nest going down. And this time, at exactly the same time, Nerchio is going to be putting his down as well. So we are going to be seeing more knife fight ZVZ coming in by the looks of things. No complaints whatsoever. The winner of this best of 3 series, remember, qualifies for Gamescom. A lot is on the line. Queen now going to be coming in. Spots that that Zergling has seen the Baneling Nest. Both players know exactly what's happening right now. And it looks like it's going to be for this Queen to take up the alley-oop and kill off the scouting lings of Elazer there. So, not too much different in resources lost. Basically a pair of lings, the difference right now. Nothing absolutely extraordinary. Nerchio with Zergling speed finishing. We have Zergling speed, of course, already finished for Elazer. Nerchio at the moment being a little bit more adventurous out on the map, morphing his first Banelings. You can see he's got more lings out here as well. Once again, we have the Spine Crawl on Elazer's and 4 defensive Banelings right now, just chilling out. Very nice initial hit with that Baneling. Caught Nerchio by surprise. There are 2 more Banelings coming in here. And Nerchio is going to try and do as much damage as he can with these banelings, but he's not able to do so. Fantastic defense by Elazer, patiently waiting with those banelings. And Nerchio is going to have to lick his wounds and go home. Worker supply 39 to 36 right now. Workers killed 0 to 0. Calm under pressure. Elazer able to defeat the initial push by Nerchio. Nerchio is now going for a much earlier layer than his opponent. There's no layer in progress from Elazer. He's actually taking a third hatchery as well. And Nerchio, while going for this layer, has gone for a whole bunch of Zerglings. The Zergling count at the moment is actually 28 to 5 in Elazer's favor. So Nerchio needs those for defense right now. Here comes the Baneling. Oh, not going to quite be enough. He's moving into the main base past the morphing Banelings of Nerchio. He's going to try and get some worker damage done. He might be able to succeed there. A couple of Zerglings coming in. Needs to be careful. Oh, great micro against those Banelings. Actually, good multitasking from Elazer. Back inside the main base. Looks like everything is finally cleared up as well. Number of workers killed. Only 1 to 0. So Elazer giving his go as well at trying to kill off a whole bunch of Nerchio's units. Unable to do so. Supply from both sides 42 as far as workers are concerned. There go 2 more Banelings. Finally, we get some kills on the board. 7 workers killed from Elazer, sneaking them in there and managing to pick off some workers from Nerchio. Worker supply now 42 to 36. And I bet Elazer is going to be playing the defensive card all day long. Nerchio with a good number of Zerglings coming in, though. We're going to have to see some more defensive Banelings here. That Queen gets surrounded awfully quickly. Elazer coming in, but not soon enough to save the Queen. And here come the Banelings. Oh god, this is the knife fight. This is going to be a bit ridiculous. So many explosions going off absolutely everywhere. Who's got more Zerglings at the end of this? They're about the same at the moment. And now, do we have Nerchio? Is he able to swing around and try and pick apart the natural expansion? No, he is not. The third base is going to be going down safely. Elazer manages to survive. The third base only halfway down now for Nerchio. And Elazer, I mean, while all this was happening, he actually went back to a worker deficit as Nerchio was droning up behind this. So a lot of give and take between these two players, desperately trying to get an economic edge over the other. And, oh, if Elazer manages to force this base to cancel, that could be huge for Nerchio. It looks like he's going to. Oh! I think he could have forced the cancel there, but instead, he wants to get the 2 queens. Is he going to be able to surround both of them? They're getting very low. One of them goes down. The second one goes down as well. Is that mission accomplished for Elazer? He's going to try and surround these roaches as well by the looks of things, but I don't think that is going to go quite as well as before. Wow, more reinforcements streaming in, though, so I'm about to eat my own words. These slings being reasonably effective against very, very small numbers of roaches. And he will be moving back. Interesting that he chose not to force the cancel on the hatchery. He saw the opportunity with the 2 queens and on the fly went for it. So very, very quick decision making there from Elazer. He still sits at 42 workers to 45. He hasn't got roaches of his that many roaches of his own out on the field yet, I want to say. Oh, pardon me. He went up to 17 while I wasn't looking. Okay, there they are. Yes, he has. He's going to be able to defend this against Nerchio without too many problems. So Nerchio is just going to have to accept that he has a later third base. Now, he still does have a worker advantage, though, although it's starting to get a little bit less thanks to the earlier introduction of that third. We have Queen injecting here as well, and Elazer is going to be able to do one more quick round of drones by the looks of things. Both sides now stabilizing. So once again, a very, very exciting early game between Nerchio and Elazer, potentially giving way to a little bit of a slow build-up to the later game. We have a small group of Lings. Going to do a bit of harassment here. They should be able to get at least 2 workers. There's 1. No! Doesn't even get the 1. Whoopsie daisy. And these roaches are definitely going to surround them. Not too much they can do. Only 3 Lings survive to tell the tale. Good micro from both sides, and look, 7 works to 0 still, so no additional economic damage done by either player. As promised earlier, Elazer now has a small worker advantage, but again, it's not significant. Nerchio has been ahead for a little while, so now that he's 2 drones behind, it's not going to make a world of difference just yet. These 2 final Lings are going to go in perhaps for another poke to see if they can kill off this drone, maybe. Could be a bit optimistic, but they might as well give it a try. And Elazer now is thinking about moving out across the map. He's at 141 to 117 supply. I don't know how well this is going to work out. Nerchio sees the army as well. He knows it's moving towards him. The concave is being spread out on top of the ramp. Elazer's moving in, expecting the fight to commence. Nope, not quite. He sees that Nerchio is positioning himself on top of the ramp as well. Neither player really wanting to give any room to the other. I heard banelings there. A number of workers will have gone down. Only the 3, but those were from the 2 zerglings that were over here earlier as well. So Elazer doing a good job just trying to distract Nerchio here. He maintains a 2-worker lead until just now, actually. Nerchio with half a round of drones. He now squeezes 4 drones ahead right now. He's also got infestors on the way. So Nerchio will be the first player with infestors. And we have Tuttling Claws and +2 instead coming in from Elazer. So Elazer really trying to boost the efficiency of this army right now. Trying to make it as scary as possible. Whereas Nerchio is just going for the damage from the fungal growth and ability to hold the army in place. Of course, you get a large number of those roaches behind the lines when both armies are fighting. Then they're not actually contributing any damage to the fight. And that becomes absolutely huge. So we'll see if he's able to do that. In the meantime, Elazer now being very, very aggressive, moving out to just beyond the edge of creep. I don't really think he can push into Nerchio just yet, though. Notice how there are no Hydralisks just yet in this game. Nerchio only just completing his Hydralisk den. He's getting his first 7 on the field right now, and Elazer hasn't even finished his Hydralisk den. So if he's going to do any sort of attack before there are Hydras on the field, Elazer has to attack right the heck now. Oh, those Burrowed Roaches are not going to be good fun, because unfortunately there's an Overseer with this army. The rest of Elazer's army are moving in, trying to sandwich this 3rd base, but Nerchio getting onto the high ground. He's got infestors here with the army as well, don't forget. Is going to be able to try and defend. On the low ground is looking pretty good. Now notice how so many of those fungal roaches aren't actually contributing to the fight right now. The infestors are spent of their energy, but here come the Hydralists and the extra DPS on the right hand side. Nerchio is going to force Elazer back. He takes a 30 supply lead, and he is now at 197 supply versus 172 even after they started remaxing. Elazer is a little bit gas starved right now. He's going for his 4th base in the middle here. He needs to get a bit more gas under his belt, unfortunately, and he's now taking his remaining gas inside his main base. I think he's realized that as well. Nerchio with a little bit of an upper hand right now, I have to say. I believe... Where is the +3? There is the +3. There we go. It's only just started for Nerchio as well. We've got +2 Carapace instead coming out from Elazer, wanting to complete that 2-2. And we have a group of roaches once again moving in here. Is there a fungal growth? There is no fungal growth available, even though one might be soon. And Elazer's putting an awful lot of pressure here. The infestors can only contribute a couple of infested Terrans right now, but Nerchio is going to come in and sandwich and end the rebellion. Are these guys going to be able to snipe off the hatch? Really? Oh, he just might. This is going to be close! This is going to be so close! Oh, and 58 hit points separates this hatchery from death. This group of roaches has to try and finish the job. Single burrowed roach is going to say no. And unfortunately, he runs into Nerchio here. Oh, Nerchio saw them with the Overseer, but only for a second. Okay, there we go. There is a second Overseer here. And we have got a bunch of burrowed roaches now wreaking havoc inside Nerchio's main base. Elazer is doing everything possible to try and kill this off. He just needs a couple of Zerglings, to be honest. Why not just send 10 Zerglings in? Rely on running past the army if you can. He's got a couple of roaches here on the left-hand side as well. They need to burrow, otherwise these overlords are going to see them. Yep, he sees them. And, well, these roaches, unfortunately, are not going to be so lucky. Nerchio's looking. Nerchio's found him. 3 more roaches here. Once again, going to wander into the Overseer. Now, the point is, Elazer is constantly keeping Nerchio on his toes right now. Look, he's taken his 4th base. He's mining from it. He's all very chilled out and happy. Nerchio's doing the same, but Elazer's basically distracting Nerchio right now. Nerchio's had enough. He's moving out. This 3rd base still only at how many hit points? 200 now, so the regeneration quite useful there. Fantastic concave on the top here from Elazer, but he needs to bolster that with a lot of DPS. These Hydras shouldn't be attacking the Overseers. They need to be attacking the army right now. And Nerchio looks like he's breaking through. Yes, he is. GG. Nerchio takes game number 2. He sets up the rubber match between these 2 players to determine which one of them is going to get that ticket, those flights, that all expenses paid trip to Gamescom. We're going to a game 3.